Hi, welcome to the channel. If you're new here, welcome back if you've been here before. This channel is all about an epic adventure I'm about to embark on, which is riding my motorcycle from the UK to Asia and back again. And I believe that there's going to be some very high highs and some very low lows. And one of the things that inspired me to do this trip is that it just looks so difficult to do when you base your opinions on what people say online. In my experience of travelling the world for several years prior to this, if you approach things with a bit of common sense, respect and a positive mindset, you can pretty much overcome any of the obstacles that you likely find on the way. The reason that I'm doing this trip is to fully immerse myself in the experience and understand everything that it entails, because I have a feeling that there's other people that have maybe looked on the internet and said, I'd like to do this trip, but then they sort of see all the naysayers and the people saying you can't do this and that. In my experience, we're a lot more free than we think we are. A lot of the beliefs around our freedom are just really in our head. In practice, if you prepare a little bit and you approach things with the right attitude, then things are normally a lot more simple in practice. That said, due to the route I'm taking, I don't think it's going to be a simple journey by any stretch of the imagination. I think there's going to be challenge after challenge after challenge, but that's kind of where the magic happens, stepping out of our comfort zone and all of the constructs of modern day life and really putting ourselves out in the middle of an adventure in the middle of nowhere. It forces us to test ourselves, and it's very good for our mental health to be doing such things. If you combine that with motorcycles and then combine that with doing it in nature, then hopefully I'm going to inspire people, which is my main objective, is to sort of encourage people that we are in fact still free and that we're a lot more capable than we give ourselves credit for. So if you haven't already and you would like to follow the adventure I'm hoping to leave this year before the end of 2023. Worst case scenario, it might slip into sort of January 2024. But between now and then, I'm going to be showing you how I'm preparing for the trip on an extremely limited budget. I'm an administrative nightmare. I find it very boring, but there are certain things that it makes sense to prepare for, like visas, and a couple of the countries I will be going through on the way to Asia. They require you to have official tour guides, be part of official tours. So yeah, that needs a bit more further investigation. The first country that requires that, I've actually got a lead on somebody. And I want to use local people, independent folks, and pay them directly for it rather than it going to a big company. So yeah, I'll be planning out the route, preparing the motorcycle and things like that between now and then. If you're interested, it's in the motorcycle I'll be using. It is a reasonably decrepit old Honda Transalp, the 700, which I think is technically a 680, but we won't quibble over 20cc. But yeah, that's the bike I'll be using. It's got about 25,000 miles on it. Part of the reason for using that bike is to prove that you don't need something big, fancy and expensive. Why would I take a brand new GS Adventure when it's going to spend a good proportion of its life on its arse? Not intentionally, but it's just nature of the beast, isn't it? So yeah, I don't see the need for very expensive new shiny motorcycles, but who knows, somebody might see the channel that works for a motorcycle manufacturer and might be feeling generous. I'm not completely closed-minded to that sort of thing, but we'll see how it goes. I'm literally just doing the first adventure there and then second adventure back via a different route to gain the experience of doing it. My ambition in life, having been able to do passion-based businesses before that allowed a lot of travel, I would like nothing better than to do this for a full-time job. you know, and not like for just purely commercial reasons. You know, I know there are some very successful motorcycle adventure companies out there that would typically be looking to charge about £40,000 for 150 days worth of adventure. I think it can be done a lot cheaper, and I think it would be cooler if it were cheaper, because that would open it up to more people. And certainly one of the intentions I have, should this become a business of providing tours to far-flung places, I would like to, as quickly as possible, have at least one space on each tour available to somebody, like as free of charge, because something that concerns me greatly is male mental health, and you know, suicide rates being through the roof. And you know, if we could save one person from that by bringing them on a motorcycle tour each time we do one, then I just think it's a real positive step to take. And you know, as the old adage goes, everything gets better with motorcycles. And I think when you combine motorcycles, nature, and good mental health, then you know, that has incredible value. And no better place to do it out in nature on two wheels. So if you haven't already, please do like and share and subscribe and comment. And if you have questions, do drop them down below. And I'll see you in the next video. It's probably going to be about the admin or preparing the motorcycle or whatever comes up between now and then. I'll speak to you soon. Take care.